No, goodbye. He's kissing me because he thinks I have a, look, there's nothing here. Okay, go. Go lay down. All right, that's what I get for bringing him on camera. Usually he's sleeping by this time. Okay, let's start with our hands underneath our shoulders, our knees underneath our hips. You're right in the way now. Don't ruin the 100 class celebration, okay? Go lay down. Thank you. Go. Go. All right. We're here and we're breathing. It couldn't be like a live stream class without like some level of total, you know, collapse or crumbling. Stop looking at me like that, flashlight. Make your paws really big. Let's just shift side to side. Let's shift our hips side to side as the energetic music comes on. That's where we need to get started, right? Just kind of feel the weight transfer through your shins. If you need a knee pad, this is the time to get it. We're not going to be on the knees forever, of course. Let's kind of just let our tail wag back and forth a few times. Excellent. And then find the place where you can land that feels like you have equal weight on both hands and both shins or knees to the best of your ability. And from here, let's begin to round our spine. So we're gonna tuck the tail under. We're gonna press through the palms, press through your shins, and just make a nice arc up to the sky with the back of your body, stretching your ribs apart, stretching the bones of your back apart. And then let's do the opposite. The tail points up to the ceiling. Your chest reaches through your shoulders. In the event that you have wrist issues that make it feel kind of not so great to be here, you can always choose to be on your fists, or you can choose to take your hands a little farther forward than your shoulders. Sometimes that can help. So let's go again, rounding the spine. Starting to feel the front of your abdominal wall lift up to support the back body in this shape. And then as you reach into your extension, your back bend, starting to feel the front of the abdominal wall lengthen. So it's not just releasing, it's getting a stretch here. Let's do 2 more times. Starting to bring in some breath, inhale and exhale. And then again, reaching through. All the way, really nice. All right, so from here, let's come down. Ooh, drama. Let's come down to the forearms. It is a celebration after all. So we're gonna come down on the forearms and we're just gonna do a little bit of thoracic mobility. So that's your upper spine. So keep your weight on your, let's say your left arm. Open your right arm up. If you can take your hand behind your head without too much issue, go ahead and do that. We're gonna bring down the right elbow towards the left and just do a little twist of that upper back. Push down through the left arm, open it up to the sky. This should feel a little bit congested, a little tight, because that area around our rib cage, it oftentimes is. There are ribs there. They're in the way of a lot of extra movement. So just see if you can find a rhythm, reaching up, bringing it down, and just opening and closing as we go. And you'll all let me know, I have the music turned up a little louder than I normally do. Let me know if it's interfering with my voice. I think we're on good levels here, but I can always change that for you. Let's just reach it up. Each time you go, it's just an opportunity to go a little bit farther in either direction. And this feels like, you know, kind of one of those exercises that's neither here nor there, but it'll feel better later, promise. As we go into some of the back work. Good. Bring it all the way down. Let's take it back. Let's walk back up onto our hands and knees. Just go 1 round of rounding your spine. And then extending your spine. We're starting to build a little heat. Coming back to center, walk down onto your forearms. And then press down into your right forearm. Reach up your left arm. Take your hand behind your head and then come all the way down, elbow to elbow as much as you can. And of course, if you have any anatomy that gets in the way, just make it work for yourself. So maybe it's not elbow to elbow for you. You just work to where you can touch. What I'm looking for is to try to feel a little bit of motion in between my shoulder blades on my upper back, a space that oftentimes gets a little bit congested for all of us. That's the word I like to use. It's not tight particularly, it's just a little bit stuffy. And these little repetitive motions can help us for sure. Let's go 2. Good. And one more. Good. Bring it all the way down. Bring it back to your forearms. Bring it back up onto your hands, round your spine. One more time. Good. Arch your back, reach your chest through your shoulders. Come back to center, widen your knees apart, and sit back as far as you can towards your heels. Walk your hands away from you, and just, it's almost like you're doing a little finger walk towards the edge of the mat. Taking a big breath in, into the spaces, into the stretch. Exhaling fully. Take both arms over to the right side of your mat, shift your hips over to the left, just getting a little space around your waist and your lower back. Big breath in, exhale, release. Going over to the left side. A little space around the other side. This one's tight today for me. Good, exhale, release. Excellent, come back to center for one more moment, and then just go ahead and roll up through your spine. Wipe the dog hair off your hands. I know this crew understands the dog hair dilemma. Yes, I said dog, it's fine. It's all fine. You're fine, go to sleep. Okay, everybody, let's go ahead and find our feet at the edge of our mat. We're on our sits bones. I'm trying to find that place that feels really balanced. Hands behind your legs. Sit tall. Pull your torso towards your legs. Feel your shoulders roll down. It's gonna get jazzy in here. Let's start to rock our hips back. We're rolling down just off the tailbone towards that lower back and just pausing there for a moment. How much ease can you bring into your entire torso, like your posture? Can you feel that the shoulders are away from the ears, that there's weight down into your pelvis, your feet are nice and easy? Good, and then let's come all the way back up, reaching through the crown of the head. Deep breath in and rock backward. This time maybe you go down to the lowest part of your waist. Remember low-rise jeans? We always say, may they never come back. Let's try to press that awful waistline down and come all the way up. My God, that was years of my life struggling. Let's go all the way down. Find that low waist. And then find what you think is like your middle waist. Go back a little farther. Curl your tailbone under, press your heels down, hold on with your hands, and then let's come back up to the top. And then we're gonna find the high waist, the only waist there should be. I don't care if it's a mom jean or whatever, I love it, I want it, the pants stay up, you never have to worry about anything happening. Just find that high waist, press it down into the mat, good, and then come all the way up to the top. All right, so we're gonna roll through those waistline points and we're gonna just work each one, all right? So roll back, let's find your low waistline and stay there. We're gonna lift a little up, a little back, a little up, a little back. You can use your arms continually, or you can start to just work through the center, reaching your arms, having them free. We have 4 more times. Exhale will help you a little bit more on the way up. Woo, 2, good morning. Last one. Hands on the back of the legs or reach forward. Let's slide your feet together, take your knees apart, and just take a little forward stretch. Ooh, my goodness. Legs are so tight from scooting around. Roll all the way up to the top. Come back. All right, we go back again. Rock it back past your low waist. Get to that middle waist. Find it. We go a little up, little back, little up, little back. It's really a little, maybe just on and off that point of the waist. Good. Reach. We go for 4. See ya. 3, 2, and 1. Come all the way up, soles of the feet together. Round forward. Breathe. Good, roll all the way up. I put this old Pilates playlist on, and oh, you're back. I did not invite you back, Circle Tail. Here we go back into the high waist. It's all gone, all gone, all gone. Read the sign language. Come down to the high waist, place the high waist. Ready? Here we go. Little up, little back, little up, little back, little up, little back, little up, little back. Go away. You never pay this much attention to me. 2, and 1. Curl all the way up to the top and round forward. To Colleen's friend Peggy, if this is your first class, it's just like, it just gets weird, you know? Sometimes it's the dog, sometimes it's technology, sometimes we have talks about women's health and the inequities that happen. It's just, we're here for all of it, right? All right, welcome, welcome. Arms come forward, sit up tall. Feel your shoulders heavy. We're rolling down through the low waist, through the mid waist, through the high waist. Guess what? You get to lay all the way down this time. Yes! All right, find yourself on the mat. Feel your feet walking in towards your sits bones a bit. And then let's work a little posterior pelvic tilt. So we're gonna tilt the hip bones backwards. And I want you to think about that low, middle, high waist getting real heavy down to the mat. And then as you roll in the opposite direction, you press weight down to your tailbone and you lift that low, middle, high waist off of the mat. All right, so the wheels turn this way. We go low, middle, high waist gets heavy against the mat. We try to press it down, make an impression, and then we roll the wheels forward, and then low, middle, high waist lifts off the mat, and we try to make space. Let's do that 2 more times. I like to really use an exhale as I'm pressing down, opening the back here, finding just that front to back connection. And then breathe in and out as we come forward. So as part of my, we'll do 2 more times back and forth. Let's roll back. As part of my Pilates training, at one point it was like extremely breath heavy. And that was really useful to help people, you know, just harness their breath. But what it started to do for me, let's roll back, is create a lot of tension around my mouth because I was breathing so much for everyone else and I wasn't taking full breaths in. So right now I'm doing the best I can to just honor the way that my body wants to breathe, essentially. All right, so let's come back to the center. Now, the question is, without tilting all the way back, how much of the back of your body can you just press down? Can you make an impression through your hips, through your ribs? We're gonna reach the arms up, make fists. Don't change a thing, just lift your right leg up over your hip, your knee over your hip, and then lower down. And then switch sides. Now you have to be super duper honest with yourself here. It's if you, as you change knees, if you don't pay attention to the way that your body is connected to the mat, this is gonna feel super duper easy and like not an exercise. If you start thinking about yourself like I'm lying in sand, and think of it like that Zen garden sand where you can tell if something's been disturbed, and you're attempting just to keep the shape of your body as an impression in the sand, nothing else. You're not making it bigger, you're not rolling around. This is the very beginning of core work here. Just keeping your center still. And the fists kind of help you find the tension, but make sure you're still breathing, yeah? Good. Let's go 1 more each side. Now you can stay with this level if this feels really challenging for you, or the next level, we're gonna bring 1 leg up without changing our weight, bring the other leg up, and then we're gonna tap down. So we just tap a toe and then lift up. Now your goal, again, is to keep everything as heavy as it was when you started. So if you felt that your low waist was connected to the mat, it should stay connected as you tap those toes. If this feels really easy, you can start tapping them a little farther away from you. That does it. Good, keep pressing down, keep breathing. Good, 2 more. Good, now from here, let's flex our feet. Take your hands against the front of your thighs and then lower your heels into the level of your knees. We're gonna press the hands into the knees, press the knees into the hands, so you've got this bond created. And then from here, tilt your hips back to press weight down into your middle and high waistline and take weight off of your tail. You should feel a lot of low belly happening, a lot of tension in the body. Hold it there for 4, 3, 2, release. Bring your knees into your chest. You can open the legs out for a moment. gonna do that a couple more times. Bring your knees up, flex your feet, hands against the thighs. Press your hands into your thighs into your hands. Keep pushing until you can take weight off of your tail and put it into your middle waist. Hold 4, 3, 2, 1, release. The more you push hard with your arms and your legs, I'm gonna use quotes here, the easier it should be to lift weight off your tail. It doesn't always feel super easy. All right, here we go. Last time, flex your feet. Hands into the knees. Make that bond. Push hard. I'm thinking my underarm muscles, my hands, my biceps, my thighs. Roll back until your mid-waist is heavy. Tilt that tail, bring it off. Breathe it here for 4, for 3, for 2, for 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Very, very good. All right, friends, you have a choice. You can bring your legs down to the mat, both flat, or you can bring your legs to tabletop if you're comfortable there. Arms come to the sky or the ceiling, facing each other with your palms. Keeping your rib cage heavy, start to float your arms overhead. Do not arch your back. Find that length here, find that reach, and then bring it all the way back up over your chest. This is called rib cage arms. We want the rib cage to press against the mat as the arms float overhead. You only bring your arms as far as you can keep your ribs down. Again, reaching back. Sinking deep. Let's go 3 more. I'm taking an inhale back. I'm using an exhale to bring me back to the sky. It's up to you what you want to choose. Definitely feeling a little bit of a little fire starting. I think that was 3. Hug your knees into your chest. Good work. All right, so we're gonna go into, I prefer to do a lot of preparatory exercises in my Pilates classes. My friends who are teachers may appreciate that, but this is actually the first real Pilates exercise that we're doing, 16 minutes in. It's all fine. We're gonna go into the 100. This is an exercise that's built on endurance. Everything we've been working on up until this point is setting you up for success in the 100. Our arms come up to the top. We're gonna take an exhale to bring your chin towards your chest and curl forward. Hold onto your legs for a moment. Let's set this up really strong. So think about that waistline, low, middle, high, heavy against the mat. Think about your rib cage, the bottom of your ribs, heavy against the mat. Chin pulls into the throat, shoulders away from the ears. Can you hold this position as you release your hands and then lower down? All right, round 2. Deep breath in, curl forward. Find your waist, find your ribs, let your chin come into your throat. Remember what it was like to feel the front of your abdominal wall pressing towards the back of your body for support. Take a deep breath in, feel the front pressing to the back, and then lower all the way down. All right, we're going up to stay this time. Here we go. Curl forward. If you need to keep your head down on the mat, that is okay by me. Stay here, take a deep breath in. Get heavy, support yourself from front to back. We're gonna breathe in, and out as we move our arms. Now you have a choice to stay here for the whole exercise. You can stay in this position, or you can float your legs to tabletop when you're ready, and I'll give you a couple more options, okay? Breathe in. If you're ready, you can bring your legs up to the sky, right over your hips, 90 degrees. Good work. Keep the focus on the weight into the mat. Let's bring our heels together, toes apart. If you're ready for the next progression, reach your legs long. Feels so good to have my foot free here. Ooh, but it's a little swollen. We're okay. All right, let's lower down one more time. Only if you're ready. We're gonna go 4, 3, 2, and 1. Bring your knees into your chest. Lower all the way down. Let's send those legs out nice and long. Reach your arms overhead. I'm interlacing my fingers. You can do whatever you need to do. Just get a full body stretch here. Excellent. All right, let's release our arms. Circle the arms around to your thighs. Legs are just about hip width distance apart. We're gonna curl the head and shoulders up. Use your hands on your legs to curl up. Walk your hands up, do whatever you need to do, and find your stretch forward over the legs. Just let it be whatever you need it to be right now. Deep breath in. Exhale fully. And then let's roll back down. So reach for those toes and start to roll all the way back. I haven't actually looked at my foot for weeks. It looks like a different foot. Uh-oh. Take your hands around. Curl your chin towards your throat and use your hands, or if you're able to roll up without using your hands, that's okay. Just reach through, take your stretch, and then think about how we rolled down at the beginning. We're going through our low waist, our middle, our high, and then stretch back overhead. We're gonna do 2 more of these, reaching around. Think of standing on the wall across from you, really reaching through those legs. Good. And roll all the way down. I'm having a little bit of a realization crisis right now, friends. There's some rehab that has to happen for this foot. Legs are okay, but there was, in addition to spraining my, or tearing my plantar fascia, I had a sprained big toe, and it's like, that big toe's not moving at all. Yee, let's come all the way back down. All right, make sure you're on your mat. We're gonna go into single leg circle. So bring your legs side by side. If you're in this position with your 2 legs engaged as one, and you just, all you feel is a lower back arch, then I want you to walk your feet in a little closer, okay? So think about what allows you to maintain the most connection through your pelvis and your ribs. All right, if you're able here, then we're gonna bring our right knee in, bring it up, take your hand behind your leg, and let's just do some gentle ankle circles because they're really good for all of us. You don't have to force it in any direction. Just imagine that you're like, I don't know, stirring some paint in a bowl upside down. Just go with me on this one, okay? Good. And then let's reverse direction. All right, so we're gonna end on the next circle. Reach your toe to the ceiling. You wanna think of breaking a pencil at the crease of your hip, and then we're gonna start to cross your midline with your arms down by your side, draw a circle around and come back up. Again, our goal is just to see if we can stay really heavy on the mat with the rest of our body and just let the circle happen in the hip socket. Crossing around and up. If you need to bend your knee, if it's really clunky or you need a little more space, that's fine. If you need to use your hands for help, that's okay too. Good. Let's go 1 more in this direction and then reverse. Those of you who rebound with me might recognize this exercise that we do in the Pilates and rebounding class. It's a really good one to kind of target, strengthen those hips. Last one. Disco, take your hands behind your leg. Flex your foot as much as you can. Mine is not going that far. And then we're gonna curl up towards the leg. Just pull the leg back to you. Give yourself a little stretch here. Excellent, lower it all the way down. Okay, here we go, other side. Bring it in, bring it up, hand behind the leg, and then let's circle. What a difference. I feel like I need to give this other leg some extra credit for taking the brunt of the weight of my body for the past 7 weeks. You're doing a great job, foot. Let's reverse. Yeah. We are gonna be doing some footwork in the upcoming weeks, especially throughout November. Hopefully getting back onto that rebounder real soon, you all. So I miss it so bad. All right, here we go. Reach that leg up to the sky, break that pencil, pull it back with your hip flexor, and then cross and around and up, cross and around and up. So our goal is to make it look like a real circle. Mine is kind of like amoeba shaped at this point in time. I'm not judging it. I'm just using it as a little information to try to get a little more circle happening. Let's reverse when you're ready, going to the outside and then crossing around. Good. It does not matter how big it is. You can make them super big. Just depends on what your intention is. So right now, really just about warming up that hip joint. Good. Last one, take your hand behind it, flex your foot. Use your arms to curl yourself up. Pull it in, pull it in, pull it in. Good, lower it all the way down. All right, friends, reach your arms to the sky. Flex your feet, stand on the wall, curl all the way up to the top. Stretch forward, and then we're gonna slide the hips towards the heels. So in this position, bring your heels together, your toes apart, your hands on your knees, and we're gonna find a little balance for rolling like a ball. That's our next exercise. So in this position, just see if you can perch right on or just off your sits bones. And then you wanna make your body into the biggest kind of ball shape you can. So your knees are pulling in tight, your heels are pulling in tight, you're deepening into your rounded spine. For those of you who are teachers, I think this is short spine for me in this position. Just very open in the back, very deep in the front. Now, if you've never done this before, watch once. We're gonna roll to the shoulders. We're gonna come back, we're gonna find our balance. Another option is just to rock and roll back a little bit, okay? Here we go. Ready in 4, 3, 2, rocking back, curling it up, rolling forward, and again. Good. And reach. Never touching your head to the mat, just working through those points of awareness, especially through your waistline. It does help if you go low, middle, high, high, middle, low. Let's go 3, and 2, and 1. Good, okay. Little challenge, bring your legs together. Bring both hands onto your right knee. Push your hands into your knee. Push your knee into your hands, and then roll back to your abdominal curl. We're gonna lengthen that left leg long. We're gonna pull the right knee all the way in. And then we're gonna stay heavy as we switch legs. Push your body down into the mat and pull it in. Let's try a slow inhale, exhale, switch, good. Inhale, exhale, switch. A lot of classes go super duper fast. I want you to feel the length of one hip and then the fold in the opposite hip. This is our walking exercise. This is our marching exercise. Walking upstairs, doing lunges. We're gonna go for 4, 3, 2, 1. Good, bring your knees into your chest, lower your head all the way down. Very nice. That was single leg stretch. We're going into double leg stretch. Let's reach our hands to our ankles. Curl your head and shoulders up. Find that connection to the mat. Legs are glued together. We're gonna reach the arms and legs as far away from the center as we can, and then circle them around and in. If you feel your back coming off the mat, think about maybe reaching your legs a little higher so you can keep that connection to the mat. Ready, set, here we go. Reaching all the way around. Can't talk through this one, gotta breathe. 2 more. 1 more. Good, let's stay up, let's reach the right leg up. Grab onto your calf, your hamstring, above your knee, wherever you can get it. Pull those legs apart 2 times and switch. Go, pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. Pull, pull, switch. 2 more, pull, pull, and pull, pull, and switch. Go ahead and bring your knees down. Excellent. Let's take a second. Bring your feet to the mat, arms out to the side. Give yourself a little twist over to one direction. Exhaling fully. Pull all the way over to the other side. Good, okay. We're gonna take a triangle with our hands, fingertips and thumbs, like so, and just place that down to the base of your pelvis, drawing your legs to tabletop, and then extend them up to the sky. Let's bring our heels together, our toes apart. From here, keep your waist heavy. Reach your legs down, and then get heavier through the waist to lift them back up. So think of pushing a weight away with your heels, pressing the weight down into your back as you come up. Reach forward and come up. Stay here, or you have the option to curl your head and shoulders forward and then pull back up. Let's go for 2. Last one. Bend your knees to tabletop, hands come behind your head, twist elbow to knee, twist elbow to knee. Try to keep your shin parallel to the ground. I always go a little different on that one. Good, here we go. It's our last exercise in this series. Woo, we gotta get it done. Let's go for 4, 3, 2, and 1, and maybe one more for good luck. Good, hug your knees into your chest, roll yourself up, scoot back, legs go the width of your mat. So there's so much abdominal focused work in the Pilates mat work, but that little ditty with the single leg stretch, the double leg stretch, the scissors, the lower and lift, and the crisscross, that was the ab series, or the series of 5. We're done with it. Let's stretch. Arms up, parallel to the legs. Feel your toes pointing to the sky. Lift up and lengthen the space along your waist, and then round up and over those legs. Take a big, long stretch of your back. Remember that cat back stretch we did at the beginning? See if you can find that opening. And then when you're ready, roll up through the spine. Growing, shoulders down, reaching through the crown of your head. Another breath in. And dive forward, reach. This is your chance to feel the distance between your head and your tail. Rolling up, supporting yourself as you go. So we're never really resting in this position. It's more along the lines of lengthening. Once you get down on this one, if you can grab onto either your shins or maybe your toes, think about lifting up through your upper back, so just rounding it a little bit more, pressing your ribs up to the sky so you can feel that sense of lift underneath your rib cage, and then roll up through the spine. Good. Open your arms to a T here. Moving into our saw, we're gonna turn towards the front leg. Take the front arm, reach it past the baby toe of that front leg. Feel your back arm stretching in opposition. And then we're gonna roll up, still facing this direction. Shoulders come down in the back, recover to center, turn the other direction. So round forward, reach through, feel the stretch, roll back up, and come back to center. Twist to that front again. As you dive forward, make sure you've got equal weight on both hips. That will make a difference in your stretch, yeah? Good. Roll up, keep breathing. Come back to center and turn and reach. Good. All the way up and back to center and relax. All right, we're gonna flip on over to our stomach. We're gonna go a little bit out of order in case anybody knows the order. If you don't, you're none the wiser. Take your elbows underneath your shoulders and then press up, and we're in a bit of a sphinx pose. So you've got a bend in your back, but you're also supported. You're not just hanging out in your shoulders, you're actively pushing down through your forearms. And I want you to feel that your chest is reaching through your shoulders towards the front of your mat. Walk your legs as close as you can, and then we're gonna kick, kick, one leg in, lengthen it down, kick, kick, lengthen it down. So your goal as we kick, kick to each side is to keep everything else pretty still. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. Kick, kick, and reach. That's it, let's go 4, Let's go 3. Keep lengthening along your front, stretching up out of your lower back, reaching the crown of your head a little longer. Last one, and reach, good. All right, lower all the way down. Let's take our hands to the outside of our mat. We're making a W shape with your arms. Your elbows are pointing to your legs, and I'm gonna open my feet out a little bit for a little more space around my back. You can do the same. From here, aim your elbows to the ground, lift your chest up, and then let's lift through the center and just come up into whatever you have in terms of a back bend today. Doesn't have to be big. I'm going into mine, you go into yours, and then we'll lower all the way down. So let's just play with that for a few, reaching your elbows down, stretching up through the spine, and just looking for that place that feels good. If it's just a little stretch today for you, awesome. If it's a bigger stretch, that's okay too. Let's go 2 more times. I like to think of my shoulder blades leading the way to coming up. So as we start to lift, those elbows go down, my shoulder blades kind of pick up my upper back, and then we get to the top. Good. All right, lower all the way down. So keep your right hand where it's at and bring your left hand almost in front of where your head would be, to the center. We're gonna do a little bit of a rotated back bend. So the same thing we just did, except this time we're pushing up and we're gonna turn our head over our right shoulder, trying to keep that shoulder blade down, and then come all the way down. So let's do that again. Feel your pelvis heavy. Your hands are helping. You're letting your spine turn. You're taking your eyes all the way behind you, and you're lowering all the way down. Good, couple more like that. Feel that long neck. This is always my biggest challenge, is to keep my neck long and reaching. Good, let's go one more time. Reaching it back. Good, all the way down. I tried to get the upbeat celebratory playlist today. The jury's out as to whether I like it or not. It feels very, very active. All right, let's go to the other side. I hope it's driving you along. Here we go. Pressing down through both hands. You've changed your position. You're reaching. Oh, that's the stretch I've been looking for. Good, and we're coming all the way back down. Pressing down. Don't forget about your eyes. This is a little lead into Wednesday's class. We're doing eye fitness, essentially. Reach it. Good. It's all about exercising those eyes. Last one. Press it. Good. All the way forward. All right, bring your hands back to the sides and take one more little back bend and see if anything has changed. Maybe it's gotten easier, maybe it's gotten more free, maybe not. Just do a couple of them, see if that feels a little better for you. Good, and then we're gonna come over onto our side here. All right, so bring your body and line it up to the back edge of your mat. You have a choice, you can rest your head on your arm if you like, especially if you're dealing with any shoulder issues. This will help to strengthen your shoulder issues, especially if you work in a supportive way. But if you're in pain, go ahead and find a position that doesn't cause pain, okay? Our hips are stacked. I have my legs forward just slightly for a little bit of balance. These tights are, wow, really fluorescent. Take your other hand behind your head. Lift your top leg up. We're gonna flex that foot. We're gonna kick 2 times forward, and then press it all the way back behind you. Try not to collapse, try not to twist in opposition. This is about staying strong in your position. So we're doing kick, kick, reaching it back. Woo. Kick, kick, and reaching it back. There we go. Kick, kick, stretch. Kick, kick, and stretch. Good. Kick, kick, and press. Keep going. Let's go for 3. Your little side plank here, 2, and 1, and press. Good, bring it back together. Bring your heels in line with your hips. We're gonna open the top knee, lower it down, open the top foot, lower it down. Your pelvis stays stable, so rotate and lower and lift. Everything's quivering. This leg is not used to doing this much work. Or maybe it's just tired, who knows? It's all good. Good. Whoops. Open and lower and reach and lower. Let's go 2 more. Open and lower and reach and lower. Now keep your bottom leg bent. We're gonna do one more little variation. Re-energize your underneath arm. Extend your top leg. This time you're gonna kick the top leg forward and turn your chest to the sky. Take a big long stretch. If you wanna let that leg drop down and get the stretch, be my guest. We're gonna press back and then we're gonna take the chest to the ground. Maybe your elbow comes down towards your fingertips if you're propped up on your forearm. So we're reaching forward, full body spiral twist, and then reach in the opposite direction. Good, reach it. Woo! That's it. Good, yeah, I brought the bright personality today, Tracy. It was my goal today. I was ready to do some other color and I was like, nope, fluorescent tights it is. I don't always wear them. Tend to get a little more attention than I want to if I do wear them in the park. But for you all, I'll do it. Last one. Reach it forward, bring it back. Good. And then bring it all the way up. Now, before we go to the other side, let's prop ourselves up. You can take a little Z-sit like so, or if you're able, a little side sit. Hold on to your ankle. Sit up tall. From inside, reach your arm up by your ear and side bend. Somebody asked me what I was doing to celebrate the 100 classes. I got a really expensive haircut yesterday. I don't know if you can tell, but it's the kind of thing where my hair's so thick. Let's come all the way up and lower down. Re-energize, we'll do it one more time. Reach it up. So my hair is so thick that it needs to be like pruned like a bush, like a plant. So I don't get like, there's never been in the history of cutting my hair, there has never been a moment, come on up, where anybody is doing that. Oh no, it'll do that. So they just kind of like do little things all over until it just calms down. I grow twice as much hair on this side than I do this side. I don't know. So when I get it cut, I often do it myself, but when I get it cut, it's like you need a good person to cut it. So that was my celebration. I felt like it was an appropriate celebration. All right, are we ready for the other side? Yes, Jenna, we are. How are we doing on time? Oh, perfect. All right, we're almost there, everybody. Hand behind the head, lift up, lift that leg. We're gonna kick, and press it back. We're going for a full length class today, but we deserve it. 100 classes deserves a full length practice. Good. Good, kick. I do have a mirror over there. I'm trying to decide if I want it there, but you can kind of see my foot reflecting in it, which is interesting. Good. 2 more. Kick, press. Last one. Kick, and press. Good, bring it back up. Bend your knees. Open that top knee. Lower it down. Foot and lower. We also had a little interference from flashlight. Good. Thank you, Tracy. I appreciate that. Yeah. I'm trying to figure out what this new style is because it's been growing for a little while. And I used to shave the back of it, especially during the pandemic. I ended up looking like a frat boy for most of 2020 and 2021 because my husband was cutting my hair. So I'm happy to have a little bit more of it now, a little more style. Woo! Lift it up. Good. So we're really just rotating your thigh. I'm sure you can feel it. Mine are definitely quivering. Let's go one more in each direction. So we have the knee and the foot. Good. Then we're going to bring it back forward. We're going to kick it forward. Take your back bend. Good. We're going to press it all the way back. Reaching through. Kick it forward, take your back bend. Yeah, I've actually got us just under the 45-minute mark of moving, even though we've been here for a little while, which is okay by me. Take as much time as you like in either position. Good. Let's go for 4, 3, and 2, and 1. Good. Come all the way up. All right. Come on up. Find either your Z sit or your side sit. Reach it up. And just as a reminder, so the way that I see movement is that like everything counts every single day. And if I'm working on developing strength, I'm dedicating at least 45 minutes to the whole shebang. And that's my rule personally for myself, because it ensures that I carve out the space and time for myself. And of course, you know, for you too, because some of my strength training interacts with yours, relax. But it's not just like, I wanna be strong, especially not being so strong right now as I get older. I wanna be mobile as much as possible as I get older. So what I know about adaptation is that time under tension equals bigger strength gains. I'm not talking about being a muscle, fitness competitor. I'm talking about like just having strong muscles in general. So if we can dedicate a couple times a week to strength training, Pilates counts, then we can often get more bang for our buck. And everything else counts too. You don't have to strength train every day. You shouldn't actually. But that is my personal philosophy. All right, last 2 exercises. We've got a little teaser. Literally, the exercise is called teaser. Let's rock back. Bring one leg up, bring the other leg up. Maybe your teaser is just a balance today. That's okay. If so, maybe you'll rock back a little bit and then use the strength of your arms to come up. That's one version, okay? Other version is to roll back and to come up with no arms. Third version is to go all the way back down, circle your arms, and curl back up to the top. Okay, are we ready? We're gonna do 3 of whatever version you like. Just keep breathing. I'm gonna do the all the way down because it felt like a good challenge today. Here's number 1. Don't forget about those landmarks that we worked on at the beginning. It's getting that high waist to connect. That's my personal challenge. Here's number 2. Yes. Okay, hard to talk through. Here's number 3. Using the arms on that one. Come on, high waist. Good. Come up to the top. Open your legs. Take your stretch forward. Woo! Really nice, everyone. All right, rolling up through the spine. Let's just come back into a hands and knees position. Because I'm not putting weight on my foot, I'm gonna do my Pilates push-ups on my knees. You're free to join me. You can either take a long knee position, or you can do what we call a box push-up, which is just gonna be forward and up. It's completely up to you. Choose the shape that's gonna give you the most challenge, but also the most feeling of accomplishment, okay? So we're gonna finish with 5 Pilates push-ups. Here we go. Press forward, reaching all the way through your chest, and then lower your elbows in line with your rib cage as you come down. Think of lifting your abdomen and pushing the ground away. Here we go again, breathing in. Lift your abdomen. Good. We've got 3 more. 2. Last one. Open those knees nice and wide. Reach back and just take a long stretch. Yeah, Tracy says it prefer to do it on a trampoline. Honestly, a lot of times it does give a little extra facility, a little extra opportunity to have your hips a little higher than your feet. Let's bring our hands over to the right side of the mat. Thank you, Joy. You've been here from the very beginning, my friend. I appreciate you. It's okay that you have to leave early. We're kind of going over a little bit today, but that's all right. We're getting it all in, yeah? Let's go to the other side. Hands over, hips reach in opposition. Good. Come back to center, roll up. If you'd like to come to standing, I'm not going to stand without my boot today. I'm just going to stand on my knees, get ourselves centered. It's always nice after a Pilates class to kind of stand and feel yourself grounded and see how things have shifted if you're forward or back on your weight. But with the knee positioning, just take a couple of deep breaths in, reaching arms up. Exhale. Good. New cat followers, I love it. Breathe in. Oh, hello, Aslan, oh, of course. Last one, I saw, my eyes are okay. Good, all the way down. All right, my friends, remember that it is all about why the movement matters to you. The other thing that I wanted to, I don't think it's working today, that's okay. The other thing that I wanted to share is over the next couple weeks, starting October 15, I'm doing a hormone health challenge. It's basically a free mini course surrounding how we can adjust our movement, our nourishment intake, our rest, and our sleep hygiene in terms of how to best support our hormonal health. So that is, if you look in the link, it's jennazaffino.com/fall-renewal-23. You can also see it in my Instagram, etc. I'd love for you to sign up for it. It's going to be the beginning of a bigger program to come that's kind of really exciting, and it'll at the very least help you navigate through this transition of that beautiful fall kind of sunny feeling to some of the grayer zones of winter, you know. So I really want to encourage you to join me on that. All you have to do is click the link. You'll go to the page, it'll say you need to register, you just drop your email in, agree to the terms and conditions, which are basically that you're gonna take this program, etc. It doesn't cost a thing, and I'd love for you to be a part of it, and that's kind of my gift. I'm not a teacher who does like a super ton of giveaways and all of those things. I'm sorry about that, it's not my strong suit. I like to do it when I can, but the best thing, what I have to offer is education and support, and that's the best thing I can offer you. So I would love for you to take advantage of this free program. Again, it starts the 15th, it's all online, and I think it's gonna be really fun for us all. So thank you so much. Thank you, Manufactured. I really appreciate, and I would love to learn more about you and where you're coming from. Thank you, Tracy. Thank you, Colleen. 100, my goodness. Thank you, Christina. What a good way to start the week, everybody. Am I right? Don't forget to check in with why, I don't think it's working, but why the movement mattered to you today. And I'll see you on Wednesday, everyone. I'm pretty pumped for it too. All right, big love. Flashlight says bye. He's fast asleep now. He's over it. See you soon.